Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the RealNex webinar series. We are talking today about more smiles, less dials, and I'm Jeff Finn, CEO at RealNex, here with Matthew Smith, Head of Business Development, and we will be talking to you today about our email marketing campaign capabilities within RealNex to drive leads and to generate opportunities from the CRM as well as from the marketplace to promote listings directly out from our listing management system. So from the CRM, we have tremendous flexibility and capabilities to drive traffic and to generate leads and prospects and opportunities and to manage them through the full life cycle. But today is focused on generating those opportunities and running real campaigns and RealBlasts with RealNex. So Matt, take it away and show us what we can do.
Thanks, Jeff. As always, fantastic introduction. I also see some of my Twitter friends on here in the CRE gang, which is fantastic to see that community grow and have you all a part of our presentations here today. So I wanted to start with the end before the beginning and really want to show you the RealCampaign statistics. Now we want to talk about more smiles and less dials, and there's many ways to have more smiles and less dials. And one of the things that we're really going to hone in on, or we're really honing in on today, is about RealCampaigns and RealBlasts. And I had a client recently that came from using a different solution to ours, got into the RealCampaigns, and his first blast, he called me up and he goes, "Oh my Lord, look at this." And it just on and on and on. And it was all about the fact that he was able to see all these different metrics that he didn't have in his system prior. And it was really neat to be able to say that's only one part of the solution. And so with that, here's the end in mind. This is what you can do with our solution to get more smiles and less dials. But let's talk about how do we get there first. First and foremost, look at our program RealNex as a way to match buyers and sellers and tenants in space. There's a lot of functionality within inside of the program, and you can really customize that to make it as simplistic as possible and to create a harmonious solution that allows you to navigate and really just, again, match those buyers and sellers and tenants in space. There's some really nice ways to keep track of customized views like I have here for my headers and lease expiries and tenant square foot. Each person on each team can create as many views as they like, and you can create your views for their private. You might have one for tenant rep follow-up. You might have one for investors with emails. You might have a last touch. You might have for multifamily, office, retail, or anything else. Those are going to kind of help you get less dials and more smiles by utilizing and intertwining our RealCampaigns and RealBlasts. So there's a couple ways that you can utilize our program and our emails to get those more smiles. And one is going to be the RealCampaigns. So when I say RealCampaigns, there's two areas that you can send RealCampaigns. One is going to be more of a merge campaign. Now, what is a merge campaign? Well, let's take this for example. I have a list of tenants that have leases coming due. Now mine's a demo database, so I apologize if they are some past due, but hey, that might be reality for all of us as well. Inside of here, now I can go ahead and filter that data out, but I've went ahead and pre-filtered that out. Now I might want to send an email to let them all know, hey, I don't necessarily represent you, but just wanted to let you know a little bit of leasing activity that's going on in the retail, the office, or the industrial sector. And here's what's happening. Here's the net absorption or whatever I want to put my spin on. And with RealCampaigns, you have the ability to do some merge fields. Now these merge fields are really, really cool. You're going to have two areas inside of RealCampaigns when you're looking inside of the RealNex CRM portion. One is going to be my template. So those are your templates that you've created over a period of time. The other one is RealNex templates. Now I get this question all the time. Is this all the templates you have? Absolutely not. If you want us to create a template for you, we can. It's at additional cost. Our main thing is not pushing product on you. We want you to be able to realize how easy it is to use. So we're only going to put so many examples. There's going to be a text, an image, a video, and special. Now each one of these you can go ahead and make your own. So just simply select it. And then from here you have the ability to insert merge fields, which is really important, like dear recipient's first name, and then your information on here, or any other field that is inside of the record of the contact. So if you have in here, like I do, my lease expiration, or maybe you have in there their buying criteria. Hey, Mark, just wanted to let you know that I have your buying criteria. You're looking for flex, or you're looking for single tenant Walgreens, or whatever your case is. Has that changed over the period of time? If it has, please let us know. You can take any of those fields and you can merge it in here to create this little templated email. I like to use voice dictation, so you can even voice dictate your emails, and it looks more of like a simple letter when it comes out. Now, like I said, you can add other merge fields in here. So any field you have in here, just start selecting down in here, double click the field, and it starts adding that information in there for merge fields. You can change things. So if you used Word before, you can bold, italicize, underline. Now, once you get your fantastic email that you like, you can do a couple things. You can go ahead and send a test email. When you send a test email, it's going to ask you for a contact, right? That test email contact is only just to test it. It's not going to send it to David Brown. It's still going to send it to you, but that's a test contact. From here, if you click the disk icon, which we should probably change because it's 2023 and I don't even know if my kid knows what a disk is. But if you say go ahead and create template, create new, you can save your own templates. So what I'm trying to get at here is you can create as many templates as you want, whether they're going to be text or they're going to be using images if you want to insert an image, or if you want to add video, like maybe it's a Pix VR tour or anything like that, you can add those emails in there and create as many emails as you want. You can
Matt,
even
I think we may have missed it. You went pretty quick. Just show again where you picked the merge field, and then so down in the bottom left, you can pick any of the, you pick your field. Yep, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I wish I was better at that mouse part there. I go back and forth from views and Zoom and go to meeting, and sometimes I forget where it's at. But you can select any one of these that you have in there. So mine has lease expiration. So if I want to add lease expiration, I would go down to tenant, and then I would just say lease expiration insert, and it's going to add that lease expiration. So
Right. So
let's
you say something like, "Hey, Matt, I see that your lease at 123 Main Street for 22,000 square feet is set to expire June of 2024. Love to talk to you about the market and get in front of some opportunities." So get it highly personalized, even though you're sending it out to a large list. Perfect.
Yeah, and here's one that I stole from our chairman. He was so kind to let me see it for a couple minutes, and I snagged it from him because I thought it was absolutely beautiful made. And you can see all the merge fields are in blue. And my point being, and the original one is you can have a small email, you can have a large email, you can add pictures, you can add text, you can add hyperlinks like a LinkedIn for smart links or anything else that you want. See a nice little preview of it, and you start seeing down here, it's going to personalize each one of those emails. And then you
What's
can also schedule those emails out in a
Matt,
future.
before you jump there, I mean, that's even further personalization because you may have a list of 30 people and one of them you had dinner with last night or last week, and you might want to say to David, say, not just the generic letter with the custom fields merged in, but you want to change that first sentence to say, hey, it was great to see you last night, whatever you want to do. So you can even further personalize the individual email within the group, not just with the merge field.
Yeah, and there's a lot of functionality in that. And you don't have to do just text-based emails. You can do ones, like I said before, you can do graphical ones. We can make you templates for you if you'd like. You can also use your own HTML. So a client the other day said, hey, Maddie, I want to use my own company's HTML. They send it out of their system. How do I copy and paste it into mine? Here you do it. Let me do it again real slow. So I'm going to come over here, highlight, and you hit this little one right here. And then select it, copy, paste, and then this will turn the email in there. Now you can send that email out at 4:30 in the morning. So it's a scheduled email. You can send it out for a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want. Send it out late at night so they think you're hustling all the time. And then you can also go ahead and send it out immediately. Obviously, we all know what immediately is. In here, there's a couple different emails. So if you have an admin answering your emails for you, you can have someone respond it for you, or it's going to go out on your behalf. Make sure you type in a subject, whatever your subject is going to be, type in your subject name for that. And then again, you can select it off of different templates that you want to use. This one I stole from my good friend Cedric. Yes, I'm an email thief. These here are 4 reasons for evaluation. Here's some initial outreaches that I have for my campaigns. And here are some Spiri CGA things that he sends out as just educational pieces, so he can start educating his clients on, different loans that are out there, different rates that come out, or the monthly newsletter, or however that would be. And these also will tie into the smiles and dials that I'm going to be talking about here in just one second. But think about the many different things you can use. Also, being a full relational database, I don't want you to lose sight of things. So one of the tools that we've added recently was RX data. So RX data gives you data that we populate from title right into your program. We normalize it, and we update it every quarter. Now, as you're going through and you're researching, you're getting the true owner email and phone number. One of the things you can do as you're building out your database is if you have a property that just sold, say it's sold in North Las Vegas, maybe it's sold in Winchester, and we want to pull up all properties within a radius. With our system being completely relational, now what we can do is we can bring up the linked companies that own those properties, or we can link the contacts that own those properties, depending on how your system was created and how you manage your stuff. And then you're able to pull up those contacts of the companies, and we're able to email them. Now we might want to give them a comp teaser. Hey, Eric, just wanted to let you know that, property XYZ sold in your area. If you're more curious about what your valuation of your property would be, give us a call. Hey, we just fully leased out 123 Retail Center. It's 100% occupied. If you want to know more how we did it, let us know and we'll give you our marketing plan. Whatever your process would be, I know that was quick, but you simply just do your radius and then you can say linked, owner's contact, owner's company. If you do owner's company, there's one more step. But again, being relational, it's so powerful that you can pull up all the property owners that own those properties in that area, and you can email them out. Now remember, I told you that we have the end first. So not only are we sending the emails out, but we have 228 bounces. Well, sounds like we need to go ahead and get updated emails. I have 16 unsubscribed. If you know who I am, you know I love unsubscribed emails because most of the time people do it inaccurately. They didn't mean to, or they just didn't read the email because they get so many of them, and it's a great reason to call. Hey, Edwin, it's Maddie. RealNex, just want to reach out. Hey, you unsubscribed, I apologize. What content would be good, would you be interested in? Oh man, I didn't realize I unsubscribed from your email. How do I get resubscribed? Happens all the time. Or most importantly, clicks. How cool would it be for me to call my buddy Ray, who I talked to just today actually, and put them into a group and call everybody that was interested in possibly leasing one of your new vacancies in the building? Or maybe you put out there, are you interested in evaluation? Let's contact everybody that opened that email or clicked on our teaser in there. We can put them into a group and we can start calling each one of those clients and say, hey, Bob, it's Maddie. I sent a couple emails out, just wanted to see if you received them. We're cranking out valuations for our customers. We think it's really important for you to know the health of your building. Fantastic. That connects with things like our click to dial. Again, we want more smiles, less dials. Click to dial, tie in your native voice dictation. I have a little bit of a twang sometimes, so it doesn't always work perfect, but it works pretty dang good. And now you have an ultimate system. And you go down to the next one. And these people are more interested in buying, leasing, transacting because they have interacted with your email. Or I think like Jeff would probably say, what about the people you email and they don't open it, and the people that don't call you or don't answer? Maybe you just want to start taking them out of your database or just marking them off as do not mail. There's another way to really systematically utilize this, and that is with our timelines. I hope everybody's seen timelines, but if you haven't, they're pretty cool. Now, I started to create a timeline here for more smiles, less dials. Now, I didn't finish it out, and I did that on purpose because I want you to see how easy it can be done. So a timeline is a great way for you to go ahead and create that more smiles, less dials template. So when you put a new lead in, or you update a new property owner, or you update a new tenant, maybe you want to create some kind of outreach. And what you can do is you can have it so in 3 days, it's going to notify you to create an outreach, make that phone call. And then in 6 days, it's going to notify you to create an email. And then in 1 week, it's going to go ahead and tell you to make a phone call again. Now, to create any of these, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is type in your subject. What are you doing? When does it start in? 1 week, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, and how long does it take you to complete that task? You can also put in notes. So if you have a team, maybe you have an admin staff, maybe you have a marketing staff, maybe you have a cold caller, or maybe it's just for you to remind yourself, hey, if I hustle hard, I can put shoes on my kids' feet, or put a note in there about something that's really great. For every 5 no's, there's going to be a yes, or some kind of motivational thing in there. That's a fantastic way to do that. And so cold call wizard, phase 2, no contact, no contact. All you need to do is you can add a phase if you want to have different phases. And all that's doing is kind of breaking out your little timelines. And then if you want to add an event, you can add an event. And what's really nice about this is if you put that series of events in and it works, you can just come back in your dashboard to that event, hit finish with history or without history, and then it will clear those events out. So I think that's a really good way to start looking at some of these ways to start utilizing email marketing to streamline your process and really just help things out. And that's going to get you a lot more smiles and less dials. Now, that's only one portion of our RealCampaigns. Our RealCampaigns also has the ability for you to use this on a asset-based level. This is more on a merge-based level, like we talked about, merging a field from an email, first name, last name, or as Jeff mentioned, lease expiration, I met you at dinner. Those are more personalized emails. This would be more of a blast type email. However, you can Gilbert blast those out if you want.
But before you jump here, Matt, I want to show one more thing, if you could.
Whatever you want, of course.
Are you going to remember that you sent an email to all these people when you go into their history?
No. So what you can do is you can mass select, and then you can. So what I did is again, I'm fast, so I apologize. Check the box here. So when I check this box here, I have my 41 people. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select add history. And I can add one history and we'll tie it to all 41 people. Great point, Jeff. Great point. I can also tie it to my listing or my assignment. So if I have a landlord assignment or a property for sale, or maybe it's a tenant assignment, I'm reaching out to all the landlords to see what availabilities they have. Maybe that's something I want to do to remind myself what tenants, what landlords I reached out to, and that'll create a history on all of them.
But you're creating a history of the real campaign that you sent to the person, and not just attaching it to a project.
Yeah, so it create a history in here that I sent the email out here. It'll attach it to 1 through 3 anywhere, and I can see an email campaign right in there. And it tied it to everybody. So if I want to see who I emailed, I can see everybody I emailed right in there.
Thanks.
I can also create groups. Again, remember, I can create groups of opt-outs, bounced, or anything else to come back and research. Because I guarantee this, there's what, 8,900 million, whatever people sign up for this. 80% of you have probably emailed people multiple times that their email is no longer being monitored, meaning that they don't log into it anymore. And this system will help you figure that out, or it should. Another way is to take your property out and utilize our RealCampaigns through Marketplace. So you're most likely familiar with Marketplace. If you're not, it's a way to market your property. It's a way to market your space for lease. It's a way to market your investment wanted for a buy side. It's a way to market your space needed for a tenant assignment. In this example here, You know which one am I? I'll pick this one here. Naples Office Park. I'm going to update my listing. One thing we don't talk about much and we need to is featured listings. You can buy featured listing slots. It'll throw that little glowing orange around it. It'll push your listing up to the top, whether that's for sale or for lease. It's really inexpensive. If your property lease or sells, you can always apply it to another one. Take a look at it. It's a great way to enhance your listing. These are going to be more of, or they all are, an asset-based driven campaign. So again, we want to have more smiles, less dials. In doing so with email campaigns, these are customized templates. These will be for your brand, your company logo, how your company wants it laid out. We have plenty of different designs. If you're part of a larger corporation, we probably have your templates already. Let us know and we'll get them applied. If you're part of a smaller or private organization and you want one, let us know. Or if you're part of a large organization, we can always create one for you. Again, there's an additional cost. But we want to make sure that we're helping you out with pre-designed templates, with do-it-yourself templates, and you can even upload your own flyers. Now, remember, your flyer has to be a JPEG, PNG, JPG, GIF, or a BMP. If you have a PDF, you can just Google PDF to JPEG conversion. There's websites out there that convert them to a JPEG. It's free, pretty easy to do, and you can attach them. With a pre-designed templates, what it's made to do is just populate all your information so you can create an email in seconds. Now, I am not good at these tables. Jeff's really good. He should probably take over from here. But what we can do is if we don't want to show NOI, I can delete that. If we don't want to show cap rate, I can delete that. We can also go in these tables and we can change.
What did you do to do that, Matt? You right-clicked, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
there
see?
you go. There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, so we can delete these rows and cells and tables, and then we can even go to table properties. So if we want to add headers or we want to add more rows, change the width, the height, the column, the catch, and the summary. We can even put other things in here like style sheet classes. So works similarly to like Excel, but it does give you a lot of flexibility in here. You know, like just call for price. So you can edit on here as well. You're not just limited to what we have from that first one.
And be sure to take the time to do that. Sometimes people are going for speed and leaving blank fields. It doesn't look as good, obviously, if you have a blank in occupancy. Either fill it in, or if you don't have the answer and you don't want to show it, delete it. And then try to balance out the left and right by increasing maybe summary, maybe make that bigger, or you can create the spacing within the cells, or you can make the map smaller. So you can adjust either side to make it balanced depending on how much data you have.
Yeah, and then customization, you can customize the colors. So if you want to apply your company defaults or edit your defaults, you have a lot of customization. And look, we're here to help you. Guide me's in the upper right-hand corner. I know these webinars are working because I'm starting to see more emails. Jeff, I sent you one this week, which is absolutely beautiful on Monday. I was blown away with it. I sent it to you and Steve. Hope you guys saw it. But it was a great example of how you can really use RealCampaigns. You can also do yourself. So do yourself gives you full flexibility, full customization, similar to what it has. It just gives you a little bit more. And remember, if you want to do your own source code, you can always drop your own source code. So if you're part of a large organization and they send their email out to everybody through the massive system, just take that, ask them for HTML code, take the HTML, paste it in there, and it's your own email. Pretty simple. And all corporations will have something like that for you. And then again, play around with it. You can add an anchor in here and different hyperlinks to add it into a deal room that we have. So our private secure war room is a great way. Like this is a good one for M&M. Click here for offering memorandum. There's a lot of cool emails like that you can do. And then you can always add your own flyer. So add your own flyer. It's just going to take one of those images, put it in there as a flyer, and then you can kind of click through that flyer. And it looks really good. So you can do this for sale, for lease, space wanted, space needed. You can also do this for just sold. You know, just sold. Call us. 112 units, multifamily, whatever it would be. Again, you still have some editability features and function with these, but streamlines that process drastically. Now, there's a couple ways to distribute this email. You can distribute this email to your private list, that is uploading it inside of the RealNex CRM. If you're not using the RealNex CRM, shame on you. You should get it. Call me and I'll give it to you today. No, but you can, seriously, you can also upload your contacts right here to your contacts list in Marketplace if you're not using a RealNex CRM. And then you can email out to your groups you've created in the RealNex program, whether that's just Marketplace or RealNex CRM. You also see RealNex Community here. Now, RealNex Community is a great way to get your information out there, whether you want to get that as a metro level, a state level, or a national level. Some providers charge up to $4,000 or $5,000 for a deal room, and you send it to a list of investors. And that might work good for some institutional-based properties, but that's $4,000 to $5,000 per deal room. In ours, our deal rooms here are unlimited. So if you have the Navigator or Navigator Pro, it's unlimited deal rooms. You can also send it to our community. Our state emails are $69, our metro emails are $49, and our national emails are only $129. Now, the next thing everybody says is, well, who gets my email? Well, who gets your email is dependent upon their profiles. So when you come in here and you set your profile up, everybody creates email filters of what they want. And that way we can distribute the marketing collateral, their listings, or whatever it's going to be based upon what the client wants. So if someone puts in here for sale, Northeast, and you have a property for sale in Northeast, they're going to get that. So the idea behind that is to have self opt-in for the content they want to see. So when they see your emails, they're going to go see emails that they opted in for, versus just emailing everybody in their list over and over and over. The only person I would email over and over, that would be Eric out of Texas. I'm just going to email him like 45 times a day. But in all seriousness, when people put this information in, it's because they want to have the information. So if someone's looking for healthcare or marinas or timberland, whatever that would be, they're putting that information in there because they want it. So when your information matches that criteria, they're going to get an email on information they want versus just getting spammed emails all the time. If you haven't set your emails up and you are getting emails from deals you don't want, this is how you go ahead and solve that so you're not getting emails you don't want. Again, same way to track your opens, clicks, and opt-outs. It's all right inside of here. With that, you have all your email statistics. Similarly, if you're using the RealNex CRM, which you should be, it's all in your RealCampaigns tab inside the CRM. If you are not, again, we hope you do, but we understand not everybody's going to use everything, and you can get your same statistics right here for your unsubscribed, your bounce, your clicks, your opens, and everything. You can export them to Excel, or if you choose to, you can always add them back into the RealNex CRM program. So utilizing things like tenant criteria, buying criteria, timelines, using different email campaigns in a merge format with, dear so-and-so, having personalization coming back from ICSC or dinner or an event, and then using them for asset-based campaigns to get your asset out there and tying them to a private secure deal room, war room, and then emailing them out to our client base that's out there. I mean, if you come back and you tell me you had more dials and less smiles, Jeff will buy you a Starbucks gift card, because there's no way. You're going to have a lot more smiles and a lot less dials, I promise you, if you're doing that. And if you need any additional help, we're around here. Always, if you need help that's technical, click support. If you need additional walkthroughs, there's Guide Me with the library. There's a training section. There's definitions if you're in the financial analysis portion. And then if you want to learn how to make more money and you're struggling, just reach out to your regional rep. There's 3 of us. I am here on the West Coast, Matthew Smith, msmith@realnex.com. If you're not sure who your rep is, email me and I'll get you to them. We're here and we're here to help you save time, make more money. But I can guarantee everybody is smiling and dialing using this program. When I put my hand up and say how many people are making 100 calls a day, I don't want anybody putting their hand up. I want to see you guys and gals make 15 to 20 phone calls that are accurate, are well tailored, and I want to see you all making 6, 7, 8 figures a year. Or if you're not making that kind of money, let's have a lot of fun. It's not all about money.
Hey, Matt, a couple of questions before we wrap up. Is it possible to put these the email merges into a mail merge for a physical letter?
Yeah, so right now it's not. It would be neat if we could. And what I would recommend, if that's something you want to do, is go to feature request in the upper right-hand corner and say, I would like to be able to do a mail merge. And I would like to be able to have my real campaign sent to a Word, similarly like we do for our reports. So our reports have a Word button you can click. Just say you wanted like the reports, and we'll see what we can do. Now you can take that same HTML, copy it, put it into a Word document, simply export from here and do a mail merge. I have a video on it. You can email me for the video. It takes like, I don't know, a minute. So it's not like this huge process. It takes you like 4 hours. So if you do want to do an old school mail merge, you can.
So I think
But
that the idea is to do the mail merge. You can just output this spreadsheet right to Excel or Word, and you have it as your table into your mail merge in Word.
yeah,
So
and then just make sure you're doing that as a letter. Please don't send that out to like don't send that out through Outlook or Gmail because you're going to get popped for spam. But if you want to do it as like a letter to follow up because you're doing snail mail and stuff, touche, that's awesome. It's a great way to do it. But yeah, I mean, that would be a great idea, and put that as a feature request, just like anybody else. If you have an idea, let us know.
and
And if
then
it's not in there
real quick,
tomorrow, just tell Jeff.
it's a popular one. The when someone unsubscribes, does the RealNex user need to do anything, or does the system take care of it?
As far as I'm aware, the system takes care of it, so they won't receive the email again.
So if somebody unsubscribes, they are unsubscribed. So they're on the do not mail list.
Yeah, and if they want to
From
resubscribe,
RealNex.
just message support and ask them how to get them resubscribed. I'm not sure how to go through that process because that does happen.
Those are the questions. So I think you covered it. Anybody else with a question before we wrap up?
Well, hopefully this gives you more smiles and less dials. I want to see everybody smile. Maybe we should have a contest. If you're smiling and you're dialing, take a picture and tweet me, and maybe we'll give the person with the biggest smile some kind of like gift card or something. I don't know.
You get a stack of those gift cards, Matt. You got to start giving them away.
Stop giving away these gift cards. I'm not gonna have a paycheck anymore.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Matt. Hope you all have a great rest of the day, and we will see you soon.
Yes. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, you got a smile coming in. Thank you, Jerry.
And smiles don't pay the bill, Jerry, but I appreciate it.